So the other week I posted a video in which I claimed you should forget everything you've been taught about who designed the American flag and why, because I had found an image of the flag of the East India Trading Company from the time, and it looked like this. It was not meant to be an informative video, I was just blowing off steam because the design of the American flag is steeped in so much patriotism as we're taught in grade school, and just finding out that it was bunk was upsetting. And this claim ruffled a few feathers. The main thrust of the argument was that Grand Union flag, which is what the Continentals called their version of the East India Trading Company flag, was flown by George Washington over the Continental Army, and the Betsy Ross flag was designed by the Continental Congress, and they had nothing to do with each other. But it was George Washington who was flying this flag, and best I can tell, maybe I misunderstand this part, but George Washington was also a member of the Continental Congress. Maybe he wasn't a member at the same time, so that doesn't match up, but regardless, Ben Franklin was also a member of the Continental Congress, and he argued in favor of actually just flat out using the East India Trading Company flag. The reason for that was he wanted to show that they were still friends of the United Kingdom, but they were independent the way that the East India Trading Company was independent. They also saw the East India Trading Company as a potential ally because they were in struggles with the throne over taxes and autonomy as well. This is Ben Franklin talking to George Washington. While the field of your flag must be new in the details of its design, it need not entirely be new in its elements. There is already in use a flag. I refer to the flag of the East India Trading Company. This was a way of symbolizing American loyalty to the Crown as well as the United States' aspirations to be self-governing, as was the East India Company. And there are two sources cited here. The first is St. Croix, 1770 to 1776, The First Salute to the Stars and Stripes by Robert Johnson, 2006, and Exposing the Origins of Old Glory's Stripes by Tom Horton, 2014. If you'd like to argue about this, that's fine, but if your method of communication is stitching this video with comments turned off, there's not going to be a dialogue, because I'm not dealing with that again. And there's no historical evidence that Betsy Ross had anything to do with the flag design. She was a local contemporary flag maker and upholsterer whose name does appear in the history books beside theirs, but there's only one historical figure who claims that she advised Washington on how to make 5-pointed stars instead of 4-pointed stars. There's only one person claiming that, and then it just ballooned from there to Betsy Ross designed the entire thing.